Hi guys.
Hi guys.
வணக்கம்.
சரி நீயே ஹோஸ்ட் பண்றதானே ஹோஸ்ட் பண்ணிக்க. இதுலயே எங்களுக்கு ஸ்பேஸ் கொடுக்குறீங்க போங்க.
So this is what I'm trying to say. Trying to set an example. So today's topic is basically about women, right? Women representation as well as women in general in Tamil cinema. Okay, so it has to always be introduced by a man. Let's be honest. That's what Tamil cinema taught us, right? Okay, so
That is what
always the
Vijayana
man.
taught us.
It's always the man that has to give the space, the opportunity for the women, right? And let's actually talk about that. And I also have to mention that my favorite movie is Annapurni because it has women that belong in the kitchen. You know, it shows the right message. So kudos to Nayantara. And I'll give it to you two women, biological women.
Megale, he has been practicing this line opener for a while now.
He nailed it. Got to give it to him.
Perfect.
Why
Hey,
he nailed it?
controversy lah.
Because you think the way he delivered was good, or is it because you agree with the point he said?
The way he delivered.
Delivery.
Not the
Tongue roll ஆகுது.
maybe.
So பெண்கள் நம் கண்கள், speak up, chefs, Mika. You all two host it.
I am lost for
Disclaimer.
words after that introduction that you gave us. எங்க இருந்து தொடங்குறதுனே தெரியல. You know, when you said Annapurni, I could only think about that scene where she makes that biryani. And amma torture.
நான் பார்த்து முடிக்கிறதுல நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸ்ல இதை தூக்கிட்டானுங்க. I think for the right reasons. Okay, not really. Not for the right
அதே மாதிரி நான்
Not for
பார்த்த
the right
ரெண்டாவது
reasons.
Wait, what reason? What was the reason?
No, it's because of the Brahmin girl. She's a Brahmin girl and she's doing the Muslim prayer thing.
I
That
feel
was
like
it. So
all
that
women
shit-
should belong in the kitchen, not Brahmin, whatever caste you
No,
are in. All
shut
you
up.
women belong in the
That's not the point. They didn't like the fact that you call the damas,
I
right?
think
So
most
basically she's a
Muslim
Brahmin
women
woman
already
and
do
she did
belong
that. So the Sangis didn't like it, so they wanted to ban it. That's why they didn't do that. Anyways, guys, the podcast
Cut it out, cut it out, okay.
ஃப்ரெண்ட்ல இருந்து
Cut,
பாய் ஃப்ரெண்ட் வரைக்கும்
disclaimer.
டாக்ஸிக் மென் வரைக்கும் all men are trash. பாவம்.
They
Also, chefs, எனக்கு பிடிச்ச ரெண்டாவது woman centric படம் Bigil.
முதல் படம்
I
என்ன
love the way Vijay Anna carried those 11 girls and, you know, literally helped them win it. ஒரு ஆண் இல்லாம ஒரு பெண் இல்லை இந்த
மச்சான்,
So I love that.
இது நயன்தாரா என்ன பண்ணாங்கன்னு எல்லாரும் கேளுங்க. நானும் இன்னும் தேடிட்டே இருக்கேன் அந்த
Our
reason.
physiotherapist.
ஆஹா. இதுக்கு எதுக்கு நயன்தாரா கிட்ட போனீங்க?
guys, அதே விஜய் அண்ணா தான் அசினை பார்த்து இது ஜட்டி இல்ல ஷார்ட்ஸ் இல்ல ஜட்டின்னு சொன்னாரு. So
அதே விஜயனா தான் மாஸ்டர்ல he learned from his mistakes and he made that scene.
but
To
do you all
learn
think
and unlearn, guys.
the necessity of heroines in Tamil movie is reducing now?
come into politics. Sorry.
I mean,
You all
it's
think
better to not use them than just bringing them for glamour purposes, right?
Because back then it had to be a hero and a heroine, but nowadays it's just mainly focused on heroes, you know?
Yeah.
Don't you think like
No,
Doesn't
I
that
think-
also
Back
No.
then, like, what do you mean? Give me an example.
like old movies like Vijay the Palyapalam, like Pokiri and all, there used to be a hero and a heroine. They used to play like
But
equal
Asim had a
parts,
good
you know?
portion. Yeah.
Yeah,
Pokiri is a
that's
bad example.
No, that's what he's saying. Like even before Pokiri, let's take 90s. I think if you ask me which decade had the best female characters, obviously from what my parents have told me, I haven't seen a lot from the 70s and 80s. From what I know, they've had brilliant roles. Like take Maunaragama இருக்கட்டும், முதல் மரியாதையா இருக்கட்டும், அது எல்லாமே they had some really strong and not just one female character,
actually, yeah.
multiple. But I think over time,
But-
the female characters, like the weightage is definitely reduced over time. Ipa it's pretty much non-existent when you take the big heroes movie. Ipa if you take Vijay's film,
But
yeah.
it's like mainly heroes acting like mainly hero movies, and it's like heroines are doing their own solo movies now, and they're
No,
taking
but
their
then
own
again-
part,
இது ராங்கி, மோகினி,
like Nayandara,
நாயகி.
Trisha, and all, you know,
அதுவா?
taking their own
நம்ம
part.
But
queen.
then again, back then also it was the
Queen is
same,
that.
right? It was
We've
like
seen it.
heroes and heroines only, and the hero was the main protagonist anyway. Back then also, even now, only the difference is they have like
No, but what Shivangi is talking about is previously our parents' generation when they were making movies like Balachandran movies, they actually had Kamal Rajini as well as the heroine Sri Priya used to be like the
Yes,
main character,
yes.
and the movie was about. It spoke about feminism. It spoke about so many things that right now we are like not even addressing other
We
than
are
on
going
social media.
backwards.
No,
Sai,
there
Bro,
are
We're
we
moving
movies.
are
No,
backwards.
so
no,
KB
much.
no.
actually had much
No,
more like
I disagree because there are mainstream movies and there are movies which address this as well. It's way more now because there is whole lot of movies. There's no need
ஆனா
to focus
இல்லடா
on
Yogesh,
அப்ப
mainstream
Yogesh.
movies.
mainstream movies வந்து இதுதான் mainstream movies அப்ப
Ah,
before Murattukale, that was Rajini's era, like where when Rajini picked off before after, there was an MGR Shivaji time, and when that period was done, we had like a blissful period of Mahendran, KB, and Balu Mahendra. That period, they were the mainstream movies were whatever they were making. Mike Mohan movies always had a strong women character. Right. There's an Alkani where like, he marries a dark skinned girl. They spoke about that. How like,
yeah.
like he was having an affair with a fair skinned girl and there's a dark skinned girl from Uru that he's married to. And they spoke about that. Like I can't remember the movies, but they
it's called
spoke about
Goburanga
so many
Saivathi.
controversial
It's
topics.
called Goburanga Saivathi.
மனதில் ஒரு உறுதி வேணும்னு ஒரு சூப்பர் படம் இருக்கு guys. That's basically
Is
the
that the one
concept
with
of
Vivek?
Kolangal
Vivek
drama.
debut? Nadia.
Vivek, yeah. Vivek தம்பியா வருவார் சுஹாசினிக்கு. He's one of
Suhasini,
the தம்பி
Suhasini,
and
Suhasini.
Suhasini's movie. It's a very sad movie. அந்த பொண்ணுக்கு
When
நான்
was the
வாழ்க்கையில
last
மறக்க
time we had a movie like that? I can only think of Coco with Nayantara, Kolamau Kokila, where they showed
I think
it
the
was.
last really good movie that came was Iravi.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
when
it's
you
a
talk
bloody
about women, yeah.
I think that actually speaks about a lot of things.
No, but
அந்த
then again,
காலத்துல
also,
there
I
has
think
no,
been.
that's the only
Yogesh, to what you said earlier, like I know Sayu said, like back in the day, films used to speak about feminism. Actually, contrary to that, some films didn't speak about feminism. That was not the need. Commercial படத்திலே the female character was great. It didn't have to look at dark skin or something that's wrong with the female generation in overall. இல்லாமலே the character itself, you'll go from a movie remembering the heroine and what the role was and what the role's name was and what the, அந்த ரோல் வந்து அந்த ரோலை நீங்க எடுத்து போட்டா கூட அந்த அந்த படம் மூவ் ஆகாது. யூ நீட் இட். இப்போ வந்து ஒரு ஃபீமேல்
Okay.
கேரக்டர் எடுத்தா கூட the movie goes on. I'm not saying female centric னு இல்ல, I'm saying a good role for a heroine. Like he said, முரட்டு
Yeah.
காலையில Nadia had a fantastic role. அந்த மலையோர கவிதைகள் அது என்ன படம் சத்யராஜ் படத்துல டீச்சரா வருவாங்க ரேகா, I think amazing role again.
Right now, don't you think this item song, this whole elevation of item songs, ever since Uantavama, like Samantha's
or
Ka,
Kavala. I
Kavala,
would say Kavala.
no, that Uanta, like at the time start
Uvanta.
again, the
Uvanta.
bringing the big actresses acting in these item songs, Matta, all of this, like, don't you think that is literally what heroines are reduced to now? Most of the times when they play in a commercial movie, it's all about the songs. Apparently in Devada, Janvi literally comes with 2 songs,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
and
then
Well,
again,
and second
again,
half
like, can
scene.
you blame them though? The market needs it. Like, that's just how what people go watch for. Then you
but
say
that's a
sell
trend nowadays. That's the trend.
no,
That's
But
what's
then,
happening.
but
marketing
then when
101.
Lokesh in Vikram, when Lokesh did Agent Tina, didn't the entire cinema, like the audience were like, they just went mind blown, right? So I
Yeah,
think
but
the
Mika, that's a
audience
that's a
are,
random character. That's a random
yeah, I know
character.
that's a
That's not a
random
star
character,
character. That's not an
but then
actress.
people
Actress.
enjoy, but people did like the fact that if she was a female character and they didn't expect, so that's something. Then after that, people started to like, isn't that kind of an encouragement?
No,
It's
but
because
no.
now
What I'm
directors,
saying
producers,
is,
they are still following the same tactic. No, maybe if we change it, then people are ready to enjoy any sort of movies.
Yeah, but
no.
what
See,
about Malavika Mohanan in Master? The same Lokesh
Talk
Kanagaraj with
about it.
Andrea as well in
Like the
Andrea
chicken
as well in the same movie.
No, Sayu, that
no.
is actually not a valid point. Malavika Mohan's character was a good character in Master, honestly, I think, because she was the reason he was placed in that. So she had a role. That's what I'm saying. Yes, was it a huge
அப்படி பார்த்தா
role or not?
துப்பாக்கில காய்ச்சல்
அவன்ட
அகர்வால்
கையெழுத்த
ரோலோ
forge
அப்படி
பண்ணி
பார்த்தா துப்பாக்கில காய்ச்சல் அகர்வால் ரோலோ அப்படித்தான் because he took the key only he went into the
No,
sleeper cells and
no.
he
That
killed the
that
entire
is a
civil.
silly take. Kajal Agrawal's role was a stupid role. That is that we'll come to that discussion.
all
When
have a hate
heroine's role
towards
is good.
Kajal, man.
No, that
I don't think it's a stupid role though. I
it
think
is.
as long as it's needed for the movie, I think it's okay. But my problem stands about this is with putting on like why do you need a Kajal Agarwal? Why do you need like
No, so
a,
that so now
what do you call what's her
Like a
name?
Nayanthara
Malavika
and
Mohan.
Bigger.
Young
Why do you
one.
need a Nayanthara and Bigger?
Yeah,
Just
why do you need a
they
Nayanthara?
need to
Exactly.
make money. At the end of it, no matter how
re-release
much we look
marketing.
at films,
Marketing.
it's a business at the end of the day. So you need to
I
be
mean, we
able
keep
to
talking about Vijay movies,
recover.
so we'll give
சுந்தர்
another
சி
example.
போடுவாரு பெண்கள் என்னத்துக்காக
Yeah, but
கடைசியில
Sundar
லைசன்ஸும்
openly says
கேட்பாரு
it. Sundar openly is delivering a movie just for the glamour aspect. It's so obvious. He just says it. Like he even said, like he wanted Prashant to like strip for the song because yeah, he did make him like so
He wanted
strip in the
who?
sense
பிரசாந்த்
like yes.
Wait,
He wanted
பிரசாந்த்
Prashant,
பிரசாந்த்
Prashant, Prashant, Prashant to
bro,
strip
we
like
better get the facts right
எந்த
because
படத்துல?
this is going on.
வின்னர் படத்துல கடைசி கிளைமேக்ஸ் சாங் இது ட்ரிவியா அகைன் சொல்ல வேண்டியதா கட் பண்ணாதீங்கடா. Okay, so
சரி உங்க
basically in
சைடு கட்
Winner
பண்ணா
movie,
இதுல
he
எங்க கட்
made
பண்ணுவோம்
Prashant. They were supposed to some shooting problems and all. So with alongside Kiran, he was like to Prashant, Prashant in the song, நீங்களும் கொஞ்சம் ஷர்ட்டை கலத்திட்டு ஷர்ட்லெஸ் ஆட வேணும் அப்பதான் கொஞ்சம் crowd because it was a pre-climax song and Yuvan made a very melodic song, so he needs to somehow like sell that product, right? So he's using glamour. He literally said, I'm using glamour to sell it. Fair enough. But
So
I'm
whatever
talking about
said
the
and done.
directors that are making a movie in a mainstream space, but not really giving a character that's worthwhile for the actress. Or if you're doing that, why not just cast some random people like from Tamil Nadu? Why these
Bro,
big
that
bucks?
Exactly. Talking about Tamil Nadu, we'll talk about Amy Jackson, right? I understand she was perfectly fit for the role Madarasa Pattam, right? But please, someone explain me why she, like Sai mentioned earlier, in theory, she was some Kerala or Telugu
And
teacher. She was a teacher, class teacher with that haircut. And in Thangamagan, although they say she's half British and all, but the way she ends up and all, like, what is the
But
necessity of
you can't
giving?
blame her, bro. It's just there
no
was
in
so
We
much of
can't
Thangamagan
blame
also.
her, but
there was so
you
much of
should
You
fans
like,
for
cannot
her.
blame any actress. You can't blame
No, in
any actress. You
Thangamagan
can
also
only
she
they
blame
was
are
the
getting
half
the
people.
chance,
British.
they're going for it. You have to like talk about the
No,
people
but
who
then in
cast them,
Thangamagan also
right?
she was half British, right? Or some
Yeah,
shit like
but
that.
then
you
again,
know,
like how she ends
yeah.
up, and even Samantha's character, right? Like I
ஆனா
understand
அந்த
when she
கதைக்கு அந்த ஆணி
the role
தேவையா
she
அவ
was
எப்படியும்
playing.
கடைசியா கல்யாணம் கட்டுறது why was that half British idea, what was the special about it in the movie,
No. So Sai,
what was the whole point?
that at least that they're trying to
Just
like
detail.
justify that she's a white, she's very fair in
Okay.
that setting. Adadu okay. Then நீங்க சொன்ன படம் எல்லாமே I think I can accept it. Any teacher also I'll accept it. Have you all seen Get?
No, yeah.
இல்ல
I
நீ
knew
Recently.
you were
பார்க்கல.
gonna no.
I
I
think
அதெல்லாம்
I
நான்
Bro,
watched
பார்த்தேன்.
Udayn's
Sorry,
movie all first
deputy
day first
CEO
show
பத்தி
அன்னைக்கு
தப்பா
மட்டும் எனக்கு காத்து.
பேசாதீங்கடா.
dude, it was so bad. They had put dark brown makeup on her. ஒரு தாவணியோட கட்டி விட்டு ஏதோ ஒரு ஊர்ல ஊட்டிலயோ எங்கேயோ இருக்கிற பொண்ணு மாதிரி வச்சிருந்தாங்க. It was so bad. It's just I don't understand.
Do you all think the problem is because the content now doesn't need a strong women, or are we genuinely just ignoring the strong women and giving more priority to the story and content and writing movies without a strong woman?
Sayu, so can I take
I
that first? Can I answer that first?
Yeah.
From like a girl's perspective, right? If a story is completely around a man, I am okay. As long as if there's no female characters also, I'm okay. That is better than giving a தேவையில்லாத ஒரு தேவையே இல்லாத ஒரு கேரக்டரோட ஒரு பொண்ணு கொடுக்கறத விட நீங்க பொண்ணே இல்லாம படம் எடுங்க. அதை வந்து நான் பாக்குறேன். புரியுதா? You give some sort of importance. Just போடணுங்கிறதுக்காக ஒரு ஹீரோயின். But I understand at the end of the day, cinema is a business and you need to make money, and there are certain commercial elements that you need to cater to, which I understand. But if you're sticking to a genre of a film, adike you be real to it is my request to Tamil cinema.
No, but then again, half these movies you're talking about are commercial movies. The genre of commercial
Yeah.
movies itself demands like a heroine and a comedy scene, an item song, and something like that. That's the genre. You're
For
going to the movie
example,
for
for
that.
example, Beast needed Pooja Head
Pooja.
just for that Arabic Kuttu song because Arabic Kuttu was
Facts.
so big.
Big,
Right,
exactly.
Arabic Kuttu
The
was so
song
big
was
on its
bigger than
own.
the movie, bro. The
And
song was bigger than
Pooja
the
Head
movie.
in that song nailed it. Let's be honest, she nailed it. She was
she
so
did.
good.
And then
Right, she
it
was
is
so
seen.
good. People went back to it to watch it and all. So don't you think what is the solution for that then? Like they have to underwrite these characters just to have just for that song. That's what I meant by item songs. Like you needed these girls just for those specific songs for it to go viral and to help the movie.
Okay, but boys, what do you think about the women representation in Tamil cinema?
I think they should be in the
Forget about
kitchen
us
more often.
first. Okay, sorry, shut up. Nidesh, you okay?
Uh, I think I think women are needed in movies, bro. Honestly,
சரிடா
because
அது எங்களுக்கு
because
எதுக்கு
I
அதெல்லாம்
feel like
சொல்ற?
I feel like they give a spark. They give a spark.
Park song ஆடா ஐயோ
Song line. It's nice,
எங்க
bro. Like
எங்க எங்க உங்களுக்கு ஸ்பார்க் வருது எங்க
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 உங்களுக்கு
அதான்
அந்த
அதான்
ஸ்பார்க்?
நானும்
like
கேட்க வந்தேன்.
சரி
it depends on the genre of movie, my son. It's like if it's something like premium, right? You need a girl, you need a woman in the movie. If it's something like Vikram, you don't even need anyone there. It's a fucking action movie, bro. Depends on the genre of the movie. And definitely, I feel like heroines are needed in movies. In personal opinion,
Yeah, but now the point is obviously that's like saying, do we need women in the world? We do need women in the world. Now
exactly.
the
So,
point is, the point is, do we need more women-centric movie? What's the solution for
No,
this?
brother,
so
we always started with one hero and one heroine. Just continue the same format.
no, I feel
That's
like
how
That's
it
why
has
it's not
been.
continuing. No, now you just said that more
Well,
movies like Vikram. So that it's
no.
not continuing. What are you gonna give the
So
women audience? What
can
can
I
women
say
No,
audience
it,
expect?
again, it
something?
depends on the genre, Machan. It depends on the fucking genre. If you want to go
No,
watch a commercial action movie, go and watch fucking a commercial action movie. If you want to watch a love movie, go watch a love movie. That's how it's
So
gonna
don't
okay.
you
be,
think a badass Vikram like movie can be made with a woman in our industry?
brother. You make a woman like that. I mean, will you go and watch the movie?
no, can I say
You're the one who's saying women should be in the kitchen. Will you go and watch a 3 hour movie of a woman shooting?
Well, first of all, women belong in the kitchen is a joke. I think
But will
I
you
think
though?
they belong everywhere. I
Why do
personally
you
believe.
think
I
why
I
do you think
I even have like two of the girls are like they belong in the podcast also, even though we are ignoring them in their own podcast, right? Just like how Tamil directors ignore women, right? And Tamil women specifically, another issue that we should address that the way they ignore Tamil women, right? Women don't really get good characters is the problem, not the fact that we need women or not. We need women in movies. The character is the problem. Shevangi said that she has a problem with the way the character is written.
okay?
Either you use it or don't use it at all. But I'm saying you also
How
said
would how would you want your a woman character to be portrayed from your perspective? So how what would you say?
I think there should be a more different genre of movies out there. Like me and Mika spoke about this. Okay, இல்ல மச்சான் 2000 era ல அந்த நாங்க when Chefs was literally 40 years old and when we were like kids, right? That time, bro, that time, no. Honestly, we had movies like Priyamanavale. Simran had the equal character opposite the mainstream star like Vijay. We had like
பிரியமான தோழி
let's take
உன்னை
we had
நேசித்தேன்
Wali. We had Wali. Simran again. Wali Simran again was equally good characters. It was just a movie between Simran and Ajit, right? There was one movie with Prashant, Laila, and another
சிம்ரன்
one.
சிம்ரன் சிம்ரன்
Why even Jeans? Simran and Jeans. Aishwarya Rai was
Bro,
so double character, bro. She
but
was
you're
big.
just sorry to disturb, but you're just proving the fact it's another genre of movie. Those are all like romantic movies, bro. And you're looking
Exactly.
We
at
don't
fucking
make it
commercial
anymore,
movies,
though.
my friend.
That's the
no,
problem. What I'm trying to say, we don't
can
make
I
it
say
anymore.
something?
That's the
Can I
fuck.
say
That's
something?
what.
But we are just forcing those characters now, though.
wait
Yeah,
Favor
that's
now.
what
Logesh,
public
what are you
wants,
trying to
basically.
say?
So here's the thing, right? So first, the industry needs money, right? So first, they have to make commercial movies like this so that the industry becomes bigger, so they can actually sponsor smaller women-centric roles. And after they make that, the audience get used to watching shit like that. Audience get more sophisticated. Only then can proper women-centric, big, well, like what Raj said, like 3 hour movies with a woman shooting everyone will happen, like Kill Bill or some shit like that. But that will take a while for the audience to get used to. For that, they need to get used to the fact that a
Okay,
woman acting in the movie
So,
as a main character. For that,
no,
we need
no.
to make a lot
I'll
of
give an
movies
example.
and get people used to that
Used to
fact.
flop movies.
I'll give an example of a recent romantic movie which they tried out. I mean, maybe it's Aditya Varma, right? It's mainly focused on a guy and a girl. How did that turn out, bro? It's a romantic movie, but it was shit.
அதுல என்ன ரொமான்டிக்னு நீ சொல்லு
Yeah,
நான் எனக்கு
exactly. It
I
was
need to
supposed to
know.
be. It
the
was
fact that you
supposed to
mentioned
be.
Aditya Varma instead of Arjun Reddy disgusts me, bro. Sorry. Like, why Aditya Varma? Who even
Bro,
watched it?
That is
Who
simple.
even watched Aditya Varma? Did we watch it? Did you all watch it?
I did.
Let's be
Actually, I
honest. We watch Arjun Reddy. Everyone knows Arjun Reddy. Aditya Verma.
We're
I
talking
like
about Tamil movies, right? So Aditya Varma, there you go.
Point.
That's like prime example.
prime example of what?
அவரு நாங்க தமிழ் படத்தை பத்தி தானே
Ad-
பேசுறோம், நீ
yeah.
வர்மா கட்டு பத்தி
I'll
பேசாம
give
நீ
you all a beautiful example that you all might like. Thrichytambalam, right? Dhanush and Nitya Menon had an equal screen space character, right? Where again, I'll give you another example. Same by Dhanush in Ryan. Dushara
But
character had a fight scene. Dushara character had a scene where she gets raped and she takes the revenge. A whatever mass scene or whatever, they had that effects of her being a Kali and whatnot. So you can write it. Directors are just being lazy, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Tamil directors are very lazy in how they put out
but
the
yeah,
hero.
Putting a song, putting a nice mass song, ஒரு குத்து பாட்டு போடுங்க, சாரியில வந்து ஆடுங்க, all are easy. It's easy. நான் represented.
Tayo, I
Easy.
have a question.
என்ன அதித்தி பாலன் வந்து அருவி மாதிரி எடுத்தாதான் உண்டு.
Okay, I actually have a question. This is exactly what Nidesh asked, which I want to ask the three boys in this podcast. Nidesh asked, what sort of female characters do you want to see?
Yogi, you go first.
something which actually represents how they live their lives. We don't really know as men, we live our lives on most of our perspectives. From what we see is like basically these girls telling us how they live their lives, right? But we don't know like how it actually happens. Like we don't know what they actually go through. For men, there are so many movies. VIP Madi or Padorika, I can relate to shit like that. And maybe a Kill Bill kind of a movie with a proper, action. But the woman should be convincing though. It can't just be like நான் வந்து நயன்தாரா வந்து action try பண்ற மாதிரி சொல்லிட்டு it can't be something stupid like that because she can't.
A good female represent movie. Iridi Sutru, bro. That was a fucking good movie.
என்ன சொட்டு?
Irudhi Sutru.
Iridi Sutru. That was a fucking good movie.
That was really good. Again, Sudha Kongara's first movie. It's a female director, no?
It's not that.
No,
It actually shows the.
Dude, Irudhi
It
Sutru
shows
is not Sudha Kongara's first movie. Her first movie is
second
with
movie.
Srikanth and...
Is no, that with
Yogi,
Srikanth and
Yeah, Srikanth Napana is her first movie.
Yogi.
Yogi,
What was
Yogi.
that?
Drohi.
But
நான்
it shows.
பார்த்ததில்ல.
It shows the reality of.
Okay,
It shows an
that
actual real
moves us.
process.
That
Not
moves
like-
us into actual people instead of characters. Now shall we talk about actual women in cinema instead of characters? Right.
I don't know a lot of women in Tamil cinema.
I
to be honest.
actually I want you all to
okay.
tell me people that inspired you.
I have one point, right? Iridu Sutru is also a female-oriented movie, and Bigil also was a female-oriented movie. But you saw the differences, right? The movie was actually related to boxing and how a woman gets into boxing.
You saw
Well,
the budget difference.
Bigil
between
was
the
just
two. You saw the budget
a
difference.
massive
and the
difference.
marketing difference. Yeah, so that's
But
thing.
the quality of the movie was so much better, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
Nidesh, you know why
it's-
that is? The underlying reason is because Irudhi Sutru was written by a woman for a woman for the entire audience, whereas Bigil was written by a man with the man as a center and a man telling the story of women. That's the difference. Irudhi Sutru, and Ritika Singh is the one who's narrating the story. That so you're taking it,
But-
getting it from a female perspective. And
yeah, but if that's the case, they should have not even done Bigil. They should have just made Vijay a football player, and he should have just played all the matches.
Ama, so
If he's
Bigil
going
Yeah,
to 1v11 the
is
player.
the correct
money out of it. No?
example
They
of-
needed to make the money out of woke feminists like Shivangi.
Oi,
And Mika.
no, Bigil is literally the
needed
correct
to-
example of forcing things which are
marketing.
trending at the moment to get to basically it's for marketing.
It was like the Avengers in like the end game scene where all the females got together. It was also like kind of pushed. That's something like Bigil, bro. It was pushed.
But can I ask you something? Do you all think the actress nowadays have the ability to hold a big movie, a big budget movie, have the market ability where they can bring people into the cinema? Do you think if you make a movie with, let's just say, forget about Nayantara, okay? Nayantara has done it, but she's going down now. Trisha tried it. Trisha failed miserably. Let's be honest. Like Mika said, Rangi Mohini. But Sai Pallavi has potential, but she's trying. She did it with
I
Gagi.
think
and
they have to keep acting in really good character movies to build up the market. If not, because the men got their space to show such movies, so now they have a market value, right? But women never got that stage, right? So obviously they'll have to keep acting in really like and movies with the strong characters, and then eventually people will start loving them. Just how we have S.J. Surya, Vijay Sethupathi. People will watch their movies right now. Like they're like, oh,
Quick
next is
question.
Siddhartha. அவருக்காக போய் பாப்போம். அது மாதிரி.
No, I
A quick
completely.
question.
Sai,
If
Sai,
Maha,
one second. Sai, 1 second. I completely agree with Mika. This is like you said, Gargi and Sai Pallavi. Yeah, we can watch her movies and you go in expecting a good movie because we've seen her perform really well in a movie with a hero in it. Do you get it? Whereas if Kajal Agarwal does like a female-oriented film, I wouldn't go for it.
But she carried all in all Alagaraja, guys. I love that.
no, but
Hey,
let's
guys.
move on to actual women character that inspired y'all or inspiring for y'all from Tamil cinema that y'all thought it does not your favorite actress or anything. Actual women that were inspiring to y'all.
படத்துல சொல்றியா ரியல் லைஃப்ல
படத்துல இல்ல,
சொல்றியா?
real life women in Tamil cinema that have achieved against all these odds, y'all still feel like wow, like they have done it.
Ramya Krishnan.
ரம்யா
I
கிருஷ்ணன்.
think wow, Jinx.
I
Anyway.
agree with that. She gave tough to
ஆமா.
Rajini.
You know, from what's
Yeah,
that
she's the
movie?
biggest female villain role with Rajini, right?
Even Rajini
Everyone else
acknowledges it everywhere. He does acknowledge it that she literally took the.
Killed it.
It's so hard to take the
Super
screen
duper.
out of Rajini's. Like when Rajini is on screen, it's so hard to overtake him because obviously it's centered on him. But she did it. She was a star. in
Yeah,
that.
that scene
the
where she
aura.
makes him and the chair pull பண்ற scene, everyone just looks at her though. Even though it's mass for Rajini, it's actually Ramya
He had
Krishnan
the
who takes
BGMs and
over.
all. She just killed it.
Yeah.
எப்படி இருக்கா
I
என் வீட்டு
agree.
வேலைக்காரி.
Yeah.
மன்னிக்கவும் என் வீட்டு எஜமானி.
But again,
Bro,
you're basing that
you're not
off a movie,
allowed to
right?
get a badass scene like that.
Again, you're basing that off a movie, right? You wanted a a
அதுதான்.
character
No,
from
of
not from the
acting
movie.
ability.
No, but it was
No,
one of
I'll
the
tell you
heaviest.
what. After this thing, Padayappa only came the what's that? அது என்ன படம் மிகா? கமலஹாசன்
Panchatantiram.
Panchatantiram came, right? But in Panchatantiram, they give her like a glamour role. Imagine
Raj.
she went that, and then she used to do Sami Padam, act as Lakshmi, and then she went and did Bahubali. Like she doesn't stick to a genre. She doesn't give herself an identification. She took the chances. Glamour பண்ணி சாமி படமும் பண்ணாங்கல்ல.
I wonder why she did Liger now though. She's in a better place now, no? Did she really have to do Liger with Vijay Deverakonda?
Like it's more like அம்மா character தானே இல்லையா?
நான் அந்த படம்
Are
பார்க்கல.
you mad? அத வந்து செம கேவலமா பஞ்ச் டயலாக் இல்ல. என் புள்ள சிங்கத்துக்கு புலிக்கு பிறந்தவன் தான். அப்ப நீ என்ன நடுவுல பண்ண? Bro, I swear to God, bro. அந்த படத்தை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணதே வேற level, but she acted okay. No, I get it. But
Which produced the movie?
apart from Ramya Krishnan, from Tamil specifically, Radhika lads. What do you all think about
Oh yeah,
her?
that's what I was going to say. That was the
நம்ம
person I was going
பொண்ணு
to mention.
நம்ம
Radhika.
பொண்ணு
Exactly. She is
ஸ்ரீலங்கா.
so good. I thought Radhika is one of the finest actors of our generation, though. Easily.
She's very good.
Yes.
From serials to fucking movies, bro, she's very good.
She can pull off any role.
doesn't
She's an
necessarily-
innocent mom,
Ramya
aggressive
Krishnan is
mom.
serious,
But
eh?
she's always been a top star since she came in. Like from her first movie with Badi Raja, apparently he used to hammer her to make her act. She
Yeah.
wouldn't act. She didn't speak a single word. She only spoke English.
She was very childish. If you watch it, she was very childish. If you can literally see it even in the movie. I watched that movie. Like train பின்னாடி எழுதுவாங்க லவ் ஸ்டோரி அதான் கதை பாத்திருக்கேன்.
அவ்வளவுதான் கதையா?
ஆமா அவ்வளவுதான் கதை. ஏதோ I think she has to run naked or something. அந்த ஊருக்கு தண்ணி வரணும் மழை இல்லைன்னு சொல்லிட்டு கன்னி பொண்ணு நேக்கடா ஊரெல்லாம் சுத்தணும்னு சொல்லி அது ஒரு கேவலமான பிளாட். அந்த காலத்துல women centric.
Women centric no. இப்ப எல்லாம் சும்மாவே சுண்டசி எல்லாம் கலட்டி விட்டுட்டு இருக்காரு. புது
The
ஐடி
only women-centric Tamil movies. Have you seen this movie called Kalki?
Which-
Kushbus.
I think it's Balachandran. It's one of the.
நாங்க பிரபாஸ்
I think
கல்கி தான் பார்த்தோம்.
Kalki what 80? கருமம்.
And அது the lady from something கூட அம்மாவா ப்ளே பண்ணுவாங்க அந்த ஃபேரான லேடி அவங்க தான் ஹீரோயின்.
Oh,
Her name
you know,
is
from
Geeta.
Santosh Subramanian.
Yeah, Santosh Subramaniam something lana.
Geeta. Her name is Geeta. She comes
Geeta.
in Alagan also.
Yeah, 1996ல வந்த படம். It's K Balachandran படம். It's Prakash
You know
Raj.
who's a good actor?
Such a good movie.
You know,
நல்ல இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் கதை சாரி பாரு சான்ஸ்
you know,
கிடைச்சா
M. Kumaran,
I
son of
think even
Mahalakshmi,
The
who
Nadia,
comes as a
Nadia.
நதியா
stepmom.
நதியா
No, who
and
comes
even
as a
Raven.
stepmom.
Aishwarya.
Ah,
And Ambala Kural. She's good. She's
ஆம்பளை
good.
Good stuff.
ஆறு படத்துல she has a good scene.
I love her in Abhim Nanam. She was such a proper
Abhinanam
counter.
also, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
She doesn't get much now, no? Yeah, and even Revati, actress Revati, she's a director as well. You know that, right? She has
Yeah.
made a movie
what do you
in
think about
English
our
as well.
national award winner Kirti
ரேவதி
Suresh?
too. பாவம் அவளுக்கு தான் சான்ஸே
For that
கிடைக்கல.
role,
Huh?
deserved. No? Deserved.
Which
Kirti
one?
Suresh.
Mahanati ki.
Yeah,
I
she
actually
actually
liked
did
it.
really
I was
well.
actually very. She acted really
She
well.
Deserved, no?
acted so well.
What do you think about Nitya Menon for Tiruchitamblam?
Nitya
I
Menon
am
is a solid
biased.
actor as well, bro. Not only
Yeah, but
Yes,
just
Tiruthitambalam,
for
she's
but
that
a good
Nitya
role.
Menon.
actor.
Just for that role.
She got it for
I feel
another
like
movie along with. Yeah.
She pulled it off. She pulled it off
No,
really well.
it was for Tiruchitamblam.
No, அது ரெண்டும் சேர்த்து தான் கொடுத்தானுங்க பாரு
Ah,
அதுல
really?
ரெண்டு படம் போட்டானுங்க ஆமா
But yeah,
ரெண்டு
I thought, yeah, fair enough. But yeah,
I
it's
think
very hard, it's very 2-3 actresses, 2-3 movies for them to compete with. Like if you think
no,
about it,
but then
very
I
hard
think
because they don't get
majority of
roles.
the actresses don't really have acting talent. Like a very few of them have,
man,
and
where
most
you
of
were
them
talking about
come from Malayalam cinema, like real
you
acting.
you were talking about Prakash Raj. I mean Abhiyunanam, and I just remembered Prakash Raj, right? If you can have a whole podcast on Prakash Raj just on his acting skills, bro,
so
fucking amazing.
exactly
Yeah,
what
he's a mental actor.
happens with men. They always try to overshadow a women-centric topic.
And like if women really wanted to be represent better, okay, in Tamil cinema, they can, like another woman who has a lot of money can produce women centric movies and let it run. No, if they gave so much of a
என்ன
shit.
இந்த மாதிரி ஐடியா யாரும் குடுக்கறது இல்ல.
Yeah,
என்ன
அவ்வளோ
செய்ய
feminism னா
மட்டும்
நான்
காசு
இல்ல
இருந்துச்சு
இல்ல இல்ல
எங்கிட்ட
அவ்வளோ
மட்டும் பணம் இருந்துச்சு.
no
நீங்க
no
ஒண்ணுமே
no
பண்ண
நீங்க
மாட்டீங்களா?
பேசுறீங்க.
Quick jump into Me Too, the whole Hema committee, Me Too movement. Especially, it mostly happens for women, right? So, like as women yourselves, how do you all feel this situation can be tackled, or not even tackled? Like, how do you all actually feel about this?
No, I mean it's important to talk about it. Obviously, we need to prevent it happening to the upcoming artists. That's the main point of this, right? The artists, I mean, what has been done, we can't help much. We can only get those women justice by exposing that men and like ripping off their power what they have right now. What I would say is that we need to prevent, and also I expect most of these big stars to acknowledge it and support it more often. But I also believe they wouldn't do that because either they are also part of this, so obviously they're not going to encourage it, right? What if they're also part of this? That's why they're not encouraging it.
Yeah,
They
but
also
I
just have to
also
give
have a
up.
question for you.
Huh?
No, listen, it's a controversial topic, okay? But let's just say how do you just jump
Bharti,
like as
hi
soon
Bharti.
so what women are saying is as soon as a woman says this guy abused me, are we all supposed to believe it and rally behind her? Is
I
that
don't
is that my
think
question?
I
I
think
won't
anything
say
in the
believe
world
it,
shouldn't be
but
blindly believed.
it's important
Nothing
to
should be
give the
blindly
victim
believed.
a
I think
chance.
give benefit of doubt to both parties and let
Yeah.
someone decide. Get the facts out and let that be the decision maker.
How
சும்மா
does
சொல்லு.
how can you but then again from the woman's point of view, how can you prove it that like this guy abused her inside a room? He's not gonna abuse her. Like, how is she gonna prove it to you? How is she gonna say that I was
That
abused by this
sucks.
guy?
That
How?
sucks.
That's when you have stories. So he'll tell her his point of view. He'll be like, "Illa poiki soludene." And then a girl will be like, honestly, what am I getting out of it? I am getting embarrassed by this. There's nothing tarnished. This is what happened. Then we just get to choose who we want to
Not
support
really.
and keep it.
I'm
But
also
it's
getting
sorry, but
against it.
don't you think when a girl comes and says it out, a lot of people come out and say, yeah, he has done it to me as well. So doesn't that kind of give a more evidence saying that
Yeah,
this
if he
guy
has
is
done it to
more
more
likely
than
to
one
do
person,
it?
it kind of makes
And
sense.
also another man of a friend, you guys would know the way that he speaks about women, especially like behind the doors, you would know, okay, he's more likely to pull that shit, right?
Hmm.
Wouldn't you guys know?
No, I just have one question. This casting couch shit happened with consent or not?
No, I think it is more like consent. More like
Abusing the
that's
power.
consent. abusing the
But then,
power.
okay, I get it.
Has.
But then the people, I know it's fucked up. I know it's fucked up. I know it's like asking for this for in return for that is fucked up. I agree. I'm just putting it out there.
You are fucked up. You know, you have the answer already, Yogesh. Why are you even
Listen.
asking this?
No, I'm
You have it
asking.
with you
Yeah,
right
but no,
now.
I'm asking. Don't they have a choice to not do it?
They do have a
They
Maybe,
choice
always
maybe
have a
that
but
choice.
that
director.
is
Maybe no. Listen. Maybe if that director says that, they can always get another director. But if they
it's not that
do
easy,
agree,
no?
then
It's not that easy. They're fighting
No,
for a lot of
life is
chance,
hard.
right? If they miss
Life is
out,
hard.
they're like,
You
"Ida
do
mari
no
enakku
no.
innoru chance
It's like this.
kedaikuma."
It's like this. I'll ask this,
Hmm.
right? It's like this. There are two. There's an easy way of making money by selling drugs and whatnot, or there are hard ways of making money by starting an actual legitimate business. If you take a shortcut, can you be complaining after?
Why
When there are
don't you
people who
go to
don't do it,
no,
right?
college,
No,
change your
but my
gender,
point is,
and
no,
then
no,
try
any of
acting?
this casting couch thing, no one is telling, oh my god, they did this, they should go to the jail. It's more like for everyone around him to know that he's the kind of person who will do that. That's all what people want to
that is
exploit
point.
here.
Exactly.
That
So
no
that's
one is
okay,
telling
right?
ஜெயிலுக்கு அனுப்புங்க எங்களுக்கு நியாயம் கிடைக்கணும்ல. I'm like எல்லாரும் சொல்றாங்க நானும் பண்ணேன் காசு கொடுத்தாங்க பண்ணேன் ஆனா இவன் அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு ஆள்.
Ah,
Yeah,
அதுதான் இங்க வருது.
he's a
Haven't
scumbag.
started to-
That's okay, no?
No,
He's a scumbag.
that's all we want to know.
Exactly.
Okay, that's what they're trying to do.
He's genuinely
thing is-
abusing his power to give a chance, right? So you expose him, but
He's that kind of person.
just
That's
because
what
he
girls
got the
want. They
chance,
are exposing
yeah.
them.
no, but then
Yeah. No,
I
even
don't know,
this.
Mika, this might be sensitive. Maybe cut it out. But I'm asking. So if that guy is a scumbag, you're also equally fucked up to take the easy way out by selling
Yeah,
yourself, right?
that's the thing. It's not. That's what the girls are doing, right? When they
That's-
come out, they're like, we also did it, but we are that kind of person. But he's worse because he asked us to
Yeah.
begin with.
Fair.
But it's more like Yogesh. Have you seen that this big YouTuber that I love? Okay, that Taha and I were like really big fans called Kodiko. I don't know if you know him. He's really funny, American YouTuber. Apparently, he's like a legend in the US. Like they have a community. People love Kodiko. Like I love Kodiko. But anyways, and then suddenly there was a big drama about Kodiko that when Kodiko was 26 or 25, he slept with a 17-year-old. She was a fan. அப்ப இவன் வந்து அப்பயும் ஒரு பெரிய யூடியூபர். He was an upcoming big YouTuber among people in that வெள்ளக்காரங்களுக்கு மத்தியில. ஓகேவா? He was a big YouTuber among them and he had a big group of community or whatever. And what happened? They both had a consensual sex. He knew she was 17. People around him told him she was 17. She was a big fan. So they both slept. It was consensual. Okay? It happened. And then here and there they mentioned. Then recently this girl was on a podcast and then she was like, yeah, when I was 17, Kodiko slept with me. I felt a little bit exploited because I was young. He was a fan. I couldn't think through things. I was like, oh my God, he's whatever I slept. And she was like, you know, that's it. She was like, it's not like I'm blaming or it's not like I want justice or anything. It's not like non-consensual. I just want to let it know. It became a huge thing. You know, Taha doesn't watch him anymore. Because he's like, that's fucked up to sleep with 17-year-old. That's what people want to know.
It's called statutory rape. He
But
can go
உனக்கு
to jail for
புரியுதா?
that.
அப்ப வந்து
He can go to jail.
But உனக்கு புரியுதா? He can go to jail, but it was consensual nevertheless. So what people trying to tell you is
No, there's no
he's
consensual, Swati. She's underage.
He's
underage.
She can't give consensual anything.
All these actresses, they are very young when they sleep. To the age gap is like 20 years. It's fucking weird.
I mean, there are people.
They
Yeah,
are
that's a
exploiting
good
young
point, no,
girls.
That's a good point that she
It's not
brought.
like
So now you're saying it's statutory
Yeah.
rape, and you're saying she's underage. That's fucked up. That's exactly what mostly happens in the casting couch. You know, most of the
No.
girls who in
so it's like young, and they so it's not like they're
extremely
sleeping
young.
with like 40-year-olds. They're being 50-year-olds and sleeping with 20-year-olds. They're
Especially
young.
younger girls are they're more vulnerable.
They're adults.
No, they're very vulnerable. So then you can
But
say the
yeah,
same thing.
they're adult. At the end of the day, it's exploiting.
Definitely.
You exploit
No
someone
doubt,
because of
no
age.
doubt.
You exploit someone because of power.
Yeah, no
It's
doubt.
different kind of exploitation. Sleeping with a
I agree.
17-year-old is an exploitation on its form. But
That's
at the
a
end
rape.
of the day, the person who's exploiting someone is the mean one.
Yeah,
உனக்கு
true.
புரியுதா?
I get it,
சண்டை ஆரம்பிக்கிறவன் தான் கெட்டவன். If both of them fight back, the first one who started is the mean one, no? Imagine that all these girls aren't from rich family. They all want a chance in life, and they all believe maybe if I just pull through this shit,
No, but then
that one chance will get me
y'all
a
are
good
saying
life.
no. This is wrong. Y'all are saying it's only for everyone has that choice. Not guy, not girl. In life, everyone has that choice. Everyone, like
And
not everyone is rich,
everyone falls into that slip.
yeah.
That's why people believe that
But
you
that's
shouldn't like punish someone for the rest of their life. Either you should teach them to be better person.
We
Una
all do.
purida.
We all have to let go of something for success.
yeah.
Most of the time,
Yeah.
we all have to let go of
And
something.
success,
Ego. It's not always where you had to sleep with
just
someone.
a woman.
Every day,
Even if
sometimes. Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, yeah. And the English show Hollywood, like where he has to sleep with the writer in order to get into the show, this series I watched. Other like the boy is innocent. I'm a victim. He was an old guy, but he was like he wanted it so badly, and someone's offering it to him, and he's one step away. He's gonna step on it. அதுல அத
It's
பத்தி பேசுவோம்.
it's the
Like
same
David India.
equivalent. No, it's
It's
equivalent to you go to a guy and the guy asks you for bribe for him to do his job. Like you go to a government official, he's like,
Mm.
காசு தந்தா தான் நான் இந்த வேலையை செய்வேன். Same shit. So
Same
you're
shit.
paying, you're doing something, but you're doing because you want to get your job done. You can also wait for it. How long
Sayu,
is it
just
going to
like
take?
how they have Lanja Molikritikaga, they have a law for that. Why can't they introduce something like this where they go and,
No, that's fair.
I know
But
it
Huh?
then,
sounds mad. I know it sounds mad, but the only way this whole sexual abuse and everything, because it can ruin anyone's life. It can ruin the victim's life. It can ruin the accused life. If he hasn't done it, you can, like right now, you can literally go out and tell people that I tried to do this to you. My life will be ruined because in our community, my life will be ruined. No, simple as that,
no, that's a
right?
fact.
Or it is like y'all have the ability to ruin another guy's life as well as that
yeah.
guy has an ability to rape y'all and ruin your life, like like fuck y'all up, right, mentally. So only way, I know it sounds stupid, but just the big boss la திரியிற மாதிரி எல்லாரும் மயக்க போட்டு தான் திரியணும், right? And we had to record each and every conversation that happens in our life. We don't have to release it to anyone, but I'm talking about like when an incident happens, it not only when it comes to these things, that will solve a whole lot of problems in life. What we can do is an inbred mic that will record everything that we speak,
That's
everything
called
that we speak
privacy
on.
then. Oh, if you're gonna record it, it's gonna be saved somewhere, and people are gonna be like, yeah, I don't have any privacy anymore. No,
Exactly. So then these
that's
kind
a
of
real
problems,
solution.
there's no other way to tackle. Whatever happens between two person inside a room is very hard to tackle without technology. Because it's
Mm.
always நீ போய் சொல்ற இல்ல நீ போய் சொல்ற நீ உண்மையை சொல்ற நான் உண்மையை சொல்ற அவ்வளவுதான்.
அதுதான் சாய் அதுதான் பொய் சொல்லணும் சார். You will know, Sai. People around you would know what kind of person you are.
Not
Like
really,
because
Lisa. So
there are
many
people
people
who
do
will
it.
come out and vouch for one person
No, but
more.
then when it's a crime, it's always easy. Like not easy to prove, but it's always there is a way to prove it. But when it comes to something like this false accusation and everything, like
You,
you're innocent. It's always
like
that you're innocent
Vairamuthu
until
scene.
proven guilty.
Yeah, like Vairamuthu scene. Like some people believe Chinne, some people believe Vairamuthu, but eventually everyone got to know that Vairamuthu is the trash because more
Vairam,
people started coming out.
Vairamuthu is trash, but Chinmay went along with it for years before she actually decided to come out. Right? She invited him
Yeah,
to a
because
wedding. She invited
Mm.
him to a wedding. I mean, I know it's a very sensitive topic, all that stuff. And respect to Chinmay for coming out, right? Respect to
yeah,
Chinmay for coming out, right? Like, no, don't cut it. Like, play it, right? Respect to Chinmay for coming out, and a scumbag like Vairamuthu should be out there. His face should be there. He shouldn't be working any more movies, and Chinmay should have
I agree with
all the opportunities. Nothing should be taken away from her. But I'm just saying, for this situation,
uh,
Chinmay waited years before she came out to reveal it. And fair enough, she needs a lot of guts to do it. And she was one of the very first to do it in our industry, right? So fair enough. But I'm saying in the future, when this happens, the thing should be coming out as soon as it happens. They should come out and say, this is what happened. This guy tried this and this. But like
Yeah,
Yogesh
exactly.
said, they sacrifice that part for the certain amount of time till they build up their success, and then they come out and call them out. Now, when you come out after this and call these guys out, is a problem of like, did it really happen? Did it not happen?
No,
Did it really happen? Did it not
and
happen?
one
Like,
more thing, right? One more thing, like when you agree to it and when you take the easy way out, you make it like easier for them to keep doing that for again and again and again. You get what I mean? At least like if you come out then and
Yeah,
there and
but then
call it out,
Yogi, but the main
serious.
point is working it
The
out.
reason why she did that is because she wanted to have the career, right? So if she
Chefs,
comes out then and
can we
there, then
No,
quickly
what's the
fill
Mika,
chefs
point,
in on
Mika,
the
right?
topic?
Mika, Mika, like no, one second, Mika. It's like how they say லஞ்சம் கொடுக்கிறது லஞ்சம் வாங்குறது தப்புன்னா லஞ்சம் கொடுக்கறதும் தப்பு. If you take the easy way out, you're setting a bad example too.
No, no,
You get
we'll
what I
we'll
mean?
quickly ask Chef's opinion on it, okay? Chef, so we are talking about the HEMA committee and all about like casting couch problems and everything, right? So and that mainly happens for women more than men, right? Now what is the thing is Yogesh, you tell her your point, right? No, first of all, what do you
No,
what do you think? What do you no? First of all, what do you think should be done to stop it, chefs? Like, what is your honest opinion on it? Like, and how should these be proven or being taken? Like, how serious should we take these?
Okay, so how seriously should you take this? Like, you need to take it very seriously. That's one thing. Secondly, this is not something, this harassment or whatever is not something that happens only in cinema, Tamil cinema or Kerala, Malayalam cinema or anything. It's in every industry. No matter which country you're in, no matter how old you are, it doesn't matter. No matter how you look,
no matter what
what you
gender.
wear, regardless of gender, 100%.
Yeah,
It
but it
just
happens
happens.
mostly to women. Mostly to women.
Yeah,
Let's
majority
be
to
honest here.
women, yes.
It's like,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so it happens across all industries and across all different types. When you take Tamil cinema, are we talking about cinema in general or Tamil cinema only?
Let's just the cinema in general, no? Because HEMA committee was a whole Kerala
Okay,
thing, and which
Kerala.
yeah.
Okay. Appa, if now your question to how do you stop casting couch and all of that happening, I don't know. I think the only way you can stop it is if when everyone starts talking about it. Okay, that's the only thing. I heard one of y'all say that if the person who's doing it is also okay, if someone is asking you to adjust or whatever, the person who also adjusts with them should be also blamed in it. Another problem is so think of it this way, right? You're coming into your situation, எல்லாமே பாருங்க, you might be the only breadwinner in your family and you have to get to a point to make things work. You are going to do it. So more than the victim itself, it's the person who has that power who should be blamed.
True,
It's
true,
people
100%,
misusing their power. அதுதான் first இது,
100%,
சரியா? And
100%.
I'm not
Yeah.
using genders here, I'm using it general, சரியா? Regardless of who the person in power is the person who's at fault. So people who are around who have equal sort of power or who have a big enough or loud enough voice in that situation need to 100% stand up and speak. Prithviraj did a fantastic job in Kerala when this HEMA report came out. Tamil Nadu, Chinmay has been talking about how she was harassed for years. I don't know when the Me Too movement started, up with it, but no one has said anything. All you have to do is, yeah, they're saying that she's banned and everything, but Lokesh went ahead and used her voice for Trisha and Leo. That's all you have to do. You just need to give the victim a platform to perform, right? Just because they're saying this against your favorite lyricist or your favorite singer or something doesn't mean like there is something. Sai, when you ask how can you prove it, you can't prove it because from like a women's perspective, when you're harassed, you can't speak about it immediately. Because firstly, just from my perspective, I think what you feel is so much like shame, right? And the emotional deal panni to come to terms with it itself, it takes a long time, especially if you've been raped, your forensics, what is that? Your forensically how to prove it will be gone within like a few hours, maybe 12, 14 hours. So yeah, so then you can't prove anything. So it's only the victim's words that you have to take. So if you want like if someone's been harassed to speak immediately, I don't think that's a valid enough thing to tell people because there's a lot of emotional turmoil that the victim, I'm not saying females only, whoever the victim is, will go through for a very long time. It takes them a long time to come to terms with it because they firstly will start blaming themselves before they blame the accuser. Right? So expecting them to say it, yes, some people will 100% come out and say it. I know a few who've done it, which is great, but we expecting everyone to do the same thing is just, I think, really silly. This takes me to one roundtable conversation that Rajiv Masan had with Deepika Rani Mukherjee. I don't know if you all have seen it. Deepika Rani Mukherjee, Anushka Sharma, and maybe Alia Bhatt was there. I can't remember. Rani Mukherjee says that all girls should be taught martial arts. Okay, and if something happens, you need to come and say it then and there. Yes, some women will be able to do that. Yes, everyone should learn martial arts. That's right. But expecting the girl to do act on that situation is so difficult. Like take us in the group like me, Swati and Mika. If someone like even touches us at a club inappropriately, it takes us
Please.
some time to react.
Definitely. I freeze.
Yeah,
Can I?
I
Can
genuinely
I?
freeze.
But I
I
think
Yeah,
we're
go ahead.
delving away from the topic here, right? Now we're getting into rape. That's totally fucked up. That, but there
rape,
are
rape. I
people.
agree with you, chefs. I agree with
Yeah.
you. Even casting couch, I agree with you. We do as a man, I can never say a woman feels this, a woman should do this. But I'm saying as a person, if I was being raped, or if I sacrificed, if someone said, "Oh, bro, I'll give you a hero chance,
No,
or I'll give
let's.
you a director chance, you have to just like let me fuck you," or some shit like that, and I do it. I do it. What I'm trying to say is how fast, how far. No, I'm just putting myself out there. Okay, I'm just saying like
Yeah.
what I would do, right? But
Yeah.
I'm saying
Okay,
like
okay, go ahead.
what exactly am I gonna do next? Am I gonna expose this guy after few years when I'm ready, when I'm a big director now? Like the P Diddy issue, right? The Diddy
Yeah.
issues, like how Diddy got caught. No one actually came out. Few people came out. Few victims of his came out years after all those parties. Now people are distancing themselves from Diddy and everything, right? So am I gonna say like Justin Bieber still silent about it, but people are talking about how this guy was also abused by P Diddy and all the stuff for success. Now the point is, if you come out few years later after your success, you know what you did to get to that success. That's what Yogesh's point is. If I come out now
No,
and say like, "Oh, this guy raped me, this producer raped me and gave me a chance," right? Not rape me, but technically it's a rape, right? Still, like even though I consent, it was abuse of power,
abuse of power.
Yeah.
Correct.
abuse of power, right? And the whole point now uh is Yogi, what were you trying to say? Is that right or wrong, right? Or is it something on the
No,
lines of
what I'm saying is
morally?
the
Say, அதான்
solution. Okay,
பண்ணிட்டேன்
no,
இப்ப
I get
என்னத்துக்கு
it.
வெளிய வந்து சொல்றேன்னு
No,
தான் அவன்
but
சொன்னான்.
I disagree. I disagree with the fact that in an industry like cinema, okay, there are so many people, like everyone like us struggling for financially and everything, right? But you don't. That doesn't mean you like there are other ways to make money. Like if you decide to like this is the only way, that's on you. Is all I'm saying. Like it's on. I get it that the other guy abusing his power is 100% fucked up.
King.
But you're also taking the easy way out. It's like I said before, it's like me, okay, I have two ways to make money: start a legitimate business or sell drugs. If I choose to sell drugs and then I get fucked after that, that's on me.
Yeah, but
I
Yogi,
mean,
Yogi, it's
Please, Yogesh.
again the same your concept as bribing a person. That you அலுவலுக்கு போற ஆபீஸுக்கு the officer is like, you give me $2,000, I'll get the job done in 2 days. Which is
yeah,
if you and you need to get the job done, you're paying the money, right? So you want to get it done. Like
yeah.
people struggle a lot, bro. People did it, but the thing is, you using it like I think Mika mentioned this thing. Like what you need to
But
do
I'm
is
not saying
expose
I'm
these
not
guys,
saying it.
no?
I'm not saying it's equally fucked up for this guy to do it. I'm saying the only way to stop this, like one of the ways, is don't agree to it. Like I know it's
The
your
one of
passion.
the
Oh,
I
ways
know
to
True.
this
stop
thing
is men
and that.
stop being an asshole and asking for it.
Yeah,
Then
I
it'll
know,
never
I know.
happen.
Yo, oh no, my
Apologies.
God.
Thing is,
Obviously,
but then
obviously.
Yogesh, the
But
thing
it's
is,
also
even
going
if
to have
I
to come
reject
from
it,
here as
even if
well.
I reject it, okay, if I want to act, okay, I'm so desperate that I want to act. If I reject it, he's not gonna give me the
Hmm.
chance, and he's probably gonna block my chance with someone else he knows, right? And
Hmm.
if I'm
everyone.
whether am I gonna get another chance? Other than that, like
It's
again, I need to get
that's the
acknowledged by
thing.
another director,
that's
right?
right.
Like
And
imagine
then
if Chinmay
like
was one of the background singer, and then she complained. Would anyone have batted eye that someone like her is complaining about Vairamuthu? People will
she
be
got
like,
it
she's
successful.
lying.
She
Yeah.
got it successful. Why she want to damage her name, right? Because knowing
Then
like she would know that
now she has a name for
society is gonna
herself,
love
Madhuri.
her. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
get
Yogesh,
it.
she
one
I
more.
she's
get it.
Yogesh, just one more thing is, let's say someone is so desperate to act, right? And this is
Hmm.
their dream. This is all they want to do. But this man, I'm putting a man in this situation, okay? He's taking away that whole thing from this person. How is that fair? Like, why should the girl
It's
say
not.
no
It's
to
not. It's definitely not. I'm not saying. Okay, let's get out the context of it only being cinema and it only being for women, right? Let's just think of life as a whole, right? Exploitation in general. Like it can happen, like you fuck up with the boss, he can blacklist you with every other company as well. That it can happen, right? In any industry. But then again, like what I'm saying is, the other guy has to stop doing it, right? Other guy has to stop doing it. The people in power should stop abusing their power. 100% agreed. But also, like these guys should also not, how do you say, fall for it. That's
The
also
thing
one
is,
of the ways you have to
Yeah, but most of
Yogesh,
us
the
have to
thing is,
sacrifice
I
something
want
on the way
I want to
to
tell a
success.
point here, right? So when someone, people are gonna believe someone who has power, who has fame, than someone who hasn't got reached anything in life. They're like, oh, she's still desperate. She's trying all the tactics to, like, gain
Oh yeah, yeah.
gain the
Kaasukaga,
publicity,
famekaga.
அதுக்காக தான் சும்மா வந்து
Attention.
செய்யறான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. When you want your point to be proven or, like, heard by people, the sad truth in this world is that you have to reach to that point in life for the people to hear
Mm.
you and believe you.
No, I'm
So
not saying
that
they should
so
come
what
out
I'm
and
No,
saying
expose
is,
it. I'm not
more
saying
than
they should
her
come out and
preventing
expose
that,
them.
no, more than her preventing, like, stopping her not going for it, he's gonna do it to someone else, right? So she goes through all that, she becomes big. The only thing she can do is she can make him that, like, create awareness
person.
that this guy's like this, and then
Mm.
he can
Mm.
like she can
But do
stop
you really
other
think
young
that,
girls who are gonna come, like, who are want to
what do
enter
you
cinema to
really
stop
think that
going to
stops
him.
him? Do you really think that
Yeah,
stops
it
him?
actually kind of does.
He
It
Let's
does.
say,
it kind
Does.
of does.
It
let's
does.
say,
How?
Yogesh,
Maybe for a few
Talapati
years.
used to
Maybe
Because
abuse
start again.
Arjun
she has
Das.
more power, no? She has more, like, she has her own set of fans now.
Yeah, it's gonna stop her. It's gonna stop this guy for like a couple of years max. That's it. And these guys are
Nah,
gonna
but the
start
real
again.
point is, Yogi, talking about what is wrong in talking about it and telling what you went through. We
No,
go
no, no.
and tell
I'm
our
not saying
success
it's not
stories.
wrong.
I
I'm
did
not saying.
this. I did a woman coming out. Let's just talk about a woman coming out and saying, I did this, and this
Mm.
comeback asked me this is such a hard thing to do, right? And when she does that, least we can do is respect it, acknowledge it,
Mm,
and
mm.
that's us as people, right? But I think as
No, I
industry
agree. I
people,
agree.
my
Yeah,
point is, as
yeah.
industry people, they need to look into it deeply. They need to get some victims, not only one victim, five, six. If he done this to this girl, he must have done it to so many other girls. Blacklist the
Mm,
motherfucker, get him out of the industry, take some
mm,
actions. Like
Yeah.
Chef said, Prithviraj said that if it's proven that guy, the whoever did it, is fuck. He's done. But
mm,
remember when you and I had this argument when Jiva was asked this question, he said, "Oh, adilla Tamil cinema la adella illa." That was such a very what kind of like very, how do I say, irresponsible answer, because you're the fucking actor,
ignorant
your father is
answer.
the producer, brother. You don't come out there and say shit like that, right? That is so
Like,
like.
சந்தோஷமா ஒண்ணு கொண்டாட வந்திருக்கோம்,
Right,
இதுலயே இந்த concept
exactly,
பேசுறீங்க.
and Rajini is another guy. This is, you can have all your happiness and all, but this is a thing that is happening, and you as a person, not just as a man, but as a person, you need to acknowledge it. And
Mm,
like where women in cinema, we're coming back to a topic, is women in cinema are so low in the thing.
that's true.
In Borat, he says, in my country, there is man, there is cow, there's buffalo, there's rats, and there is women. That's exactly how it is in cinema, bruv. There is man, there is comedian who's a man, there is villain who's a man, and there is the heroines, right?
Mm,
They have no fucking respect, least of respect. Let's be honest. You put them in an item song and tell them to go dance, right? Just for a man to have a nice fucking whatever, I don't know, like, to have like a nice gaji time in the theater, right? Looking at Samantha dancing in a seductive way or whatever. Like, this is just to fulfill a man's dirty pleasure. That's exactly
no,
why the
can I
item
can
songs exist. If you think about the
no, no.
real reason, why does it exist?
I
Textiles.
100% agree with you.
இப்ப
Doesn't.
நான் ஏன் சொல்றேன்னா சினிமால மாற இருக்குன்னா அவ பேரண்ட்ஸ் இன்க்ளூட் எவ்ரி ஒன் இஸ் obsessed with cinema. People learn from cinema. Country like India imitates cinema. Something that comes in cinema will help people too.
விஜய் எம்ஜிஆர் have done it for காலமா செஞ்சுக்கிட்டு தான் இருக்காங்க. நாங்க சமம், நாங்க
MGR,
சமம் சொல்லிட்டு தான்
MGR,
இருக்காங்க.
MGR, MGR is the biggest propaganda actor I've ever seen. குடிக்க மாட்டேன், cigarette பிடிக்க மாட்டாரு. He acts as the goodest guy
எல்லாரும்
ever.
சமம்.
And they all
எல்லாரும்
loved it.
வருவோம் அங்க
அதுக்காக அதுக்காக
இருந்தோம்
என்ன
நாங்க.
குடிக்கவே இல்லையா? அதுக்காக வாக்கு குடிக்கவே இல்லையா?
நமக்கு
They all
பிடிச்சது
drank.
நமக்கு என்ன அவங்க போர்ட்ரே பண்ண that we would like reciprocate with
Yeah,
that. I mean
you
like
you will see
அவன்
what you
கெட்ட
resonate
விஷயத்தை
with all the
எடுக்கிறவன்
people
கெட்ட
who
விஷயத்தை
watch, right?
எடுப்பான். கெட்ட விஷயத்தை எடுக்கிறவன் கெட்ட விஷயத்தை எடுப்பான். நல்லதை எடுக்க வேண்டியவன் நல்லதை
Exactly.
எடுப்பான்.
They'll validate
You
with that
you
one.
have your own brain. I didn't learn shit from cinema. You didn't learn shit from cinema. We all know the goods and bad. We take the good ones. We leave the bad ones. Okay, what like in Goat, Vijay acts as a psycho. Should we go also go and act as a psycho or terrorist? No, we know what to take it. We also know what not to. Right? Billala Ajit was a don. He says literally நாம வாழ்ந்தா யாரை வேணாலும் என்ன வேணாலும் கொல்லலாம். அதுக்கா அதை மோட்டிவா எடுத்துட்டு நான் போய் பண்றதா இல்ல dude. We know what to take, we know what not to take, right? In நேர்கொண்ட பார்வை he actually says no means no. That is something we should fucking take, right? We should take, we know what to take, Swati, but we don't do that. That is the problem. Cinema
That is true.
change shit. All we do is like that's my problem with people who blame Arjun Reddy or Animal. It's a fucking trash movie. Look at it like a trash movie. If you get inspired by
No,
it, you're a fucking idiot. Right? You can't change the people.
But
Don't
India is
Wait, one
filled with
second.
idiots, Sayu.
No, I think the world itself, the only thing, only way it's going to be solved is if money doesn't really play a role in the way the world works. But
The thing
that
is,
people
movies
respect people
like
with money.
So wait, one
So that's
second.
just a simple fact of life. Obviously, you're going to respect a richer guy. Like most people respect a guy who's richer than them more than a guy who's poorer than them. And that's just a fact of life, and it'll always be a fact
a
of life
man
as
who's
long as
rich
money.
earns your respect
First,
because he
wait,
genuinely
Sayu,
thinks he's a bigger guy.
firstly, one
Yeah,
thing against what
and
you
that's
said,
just going to
right?
be a fact
Who
of
is like Arjun Reddy and Animal? I'm very activated at the moment. Was waiting for those 2 names to come up. Okay,
I
first
agree.
thing,
Just sorry.
like you said, people are not stupid. They know what to take from movies, what to ignore from movies. I completely agree. Have we taken things from movies? Some things yes, some things no, because we've thought that way. Okay. One thing we need to realize is not the entire generation or the entire population that watches movies is not like us. We are a very, very small percentage. Take it or not, we are a very small percentage, okay, of people. Tamil Nadu irukattum, Sri Lanka irukattum, irukattum. Movies do. Okay, two questions. Are movies like Animal, am I saying movies like Animal and Arjun Reddy should not be made? No, that is not what I'm saying. அவங்களையும் represent பண்ணிதான் because it's basically showing what type of people are around in the world. சரிதானே? There are male who think that, no, that
No, really. Animal was the
no,
more.
no, no.
Animal was
But
a
it's
stupid ass
still
film. I
showing
don't
like a
know anyone
psychotic
existed.
man, like with a toxic masculinity trait, all of that, which is all okay because you have to portray any kind of person. You have to portray a serial killer. You have to portray a gangster, someone who's extremely like Gandhi, like a really good person. Ellame you need to portray. The issue that I have with this is not that these movies were made, or the fact that it was made with really big stars like Vijay Deverakonda and Ranbir. I have no problem with that. My problem is
Ranbir.
அதுல இருக்கிற நீங்க தப்புன்னு சொல்ல வர விஷயத்தை ஏன் ஹைப் பண்ணி சொல்றீங்க? When Arjun Reddy slaps that Shalini Pandey, whoever that girl is, why is there a hyped up BGM? Because like Swati said, cinema
Why
because
not?
cinema is
Why
an
not?
impressionable
Why
medium
not?
no
But
matter
then,
what
but
we say. Yes, எங்களுக்கு வேணா நாங்க அந்த மாதிரி நடக்காம இருக்க போறது இல்ல.
Cinema is
It's
just a
not,
visual.
it's not.
Cinema is
It's
just
not.
a
It's a
visual
visual medium which
medium.
is extremely impressionable for the mass market in India, not just in India, anywhere. When they see like the
I'm sorry.
yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Can I interrupt you there? When Vijay or Ajit or Rajini walks around killing men with a BGM in the background, when they're
Sayu,
killing
என்னத்தேமா
men, when they're
difference?
just
என்னத்தேமா difference?
completely killing
Everyone
men,
knows. Wait,
which is
one second,
but then
Matrika.
Sayu, when someone is
Wait,
actually
Oh,
I
sorry.
want to
I
when
yeah.
someone
No,
is going
go
around
for it.
killing people, everyone knows it's wrong because you're taught as a kid that you can't kill people. You are never taught as a kid to not hit a woman. You see that in your house growing up with a toxic
So
father
then it's the
whacking
parents'
your mother. That
responsibility
is
to
what
tell the
people
kids
think
to
is
not
love.
slap
When
women.
men say go cook for me, go do this for me, children grow up thinking that is the right thing. So when you put that in an impressionable medium like cinema and put a
No,
hyped up music to that, people will think that is right. Let me clap.
no, but then
that's encouraged.
coming.
Exactly. No,
No,
Yeah.
can I say something? But then don't you all think like you said we parents tell us that it's wrong to kill someone from when we are children. That's why we don't do it, right? So it's up to it's the parents also not telling them telling their kids
Oh,
to not slap
100%.
women.
I
No.
am saying younger generation we are changing it.
yeah.
So then it's not the director's responsibility to go parent people. No, yeah.
No,
exactly.
but then you need.
Stop admiring movies and stop admiring movies more than what they're value for is
That
what
is
I'm saying.
correct.
But
That's
Shivs, I
correct.
also
That
understand
I
the
agree.
fact
Yeah.
that you're saying. I also understand the fact that you're saying not everyone's like us. Majority of people
Yeah.
get inspired by these kind of things. Fair enough, but I still think there's a massive exaggeration when it comes to, like, Sandeep Reddy Vanga's movies, where he's doing it with a BGM or whatever he's done. Like,
And as
it's
far
it's
I
again, at the end of
know,
the day, it's a stupid movie. It's a stupid movie. It's a stupid movie. No one keeps
Yeah,
count of
like what she said,
how many kisses you had with
we
your
know
girlfriend.
that, but it's just
No,
that a
அதேதான்.
toxic guy be like, wow, he's doing it. I feel valid. He feels validated. That இப்படிதான் இருக்கணும் பொண்ணுங்க
Oh,
இப்படிதான் இருக்கணும் like
Sayu, like, there is a book, an English book written by like an Indian author, where she went and spoke with 12 men who actually committed rape but didn't go to jail. It's called Why Men Rape. In that book, one of the main points why they say this happens among, why it's majorly from men to women, is the ingrown patriarchal issue that's been passed on from generation to generation. Starting with, all of our surnames are men, but a man didn't give birth to us. This is a patriarchal problem that's been there in a generation. It's fine. Okay, wow. But when these medias come, and it's mass media, and at the end of the day, both Arjun Reddy and the animal Ranbir Kapoor were heroes. They weren't seen as an antagonist, they were seen as a protagonist. They were the heroes that we were worshipping. At the end, they show that whatever they did, they were right. That in
no,
their
but
own way,
can I
that
say
is
Not
love.
really.
can I say
I didn't
can I
watch
say
Arjun
something?
Reddy. I didn't watch Arjun
No,
Reddy,
but
but Animal,
Arjun
I didn't
Reddy,
watch it.
yeah.
I watched bits of Animal and stuff. But what I heard from the interview, I watched Sandeep Reddy. I didn't watch the movie because both the movies sounded really trash and not my kind of movies, right?
They
So,
were long.
but then what I'm saying is, did Rashmika leave Ranbir Kapoor in the movie? She left.
I
not
don't know.
She
because of
leaves.
the abuse.
She left.
She
No?
did. She
She
did.
Not
left.
because of the abuse, not because of the bra pulling.
If the director has made a screenplay saying she left because of the abuse, then it's right.
It's
Yeah, that's
standing
what
up for
I'm
the
saying.
abuse. The movie Tappad, you know how good that movie is? That movie talks about
But
very big
that's the
patriarchal
thing.
issues.
That's the thing. Then Sayu, then then we need to all agree on the fact that cinema should be made purely for a message and not for entertainment,
Cinema,
right?
exactly.
And
No,
that's
no,
it.
no.
We are in a
In the
society where
time, Yogesh,
You
what
can't
people
then
just
say is you
then
can make movie
then
like
don't show
KGF,
actors smoking,
murder.
don't show actors drinking, don't show all of that. Agreed?
yeah,
Honestly, they
don't do
But
anything.
shouldn't.
don't you
That
think
they
that it's more
shouldn't.
about these conversations?
Bro,
Like,
cinema
you get
is
the
a
conversation,
representation
then
of
you're
real
supposed to.
life.
Yogesh, அதுதான் சொல்றேன். It's a
Cinema is literally a
representation of real
representation
life.
of whatever happens in
100%.
life. And there is a guy called Arjun Reddy who's a topper doctor who
Yogesh,
abuses
that is
people,
exactly
who
what I
abuses his
said.
girlfriend. It's just a representation
இல்ல
of
இல்ல
real
அதைத்தான்
life.
நான் சொன்னேன். Those people need to be represented in cinema.
Okay.
Yeah,
100%. அர்ஜுன் ரெட்டி மாதிரியும் ஆள் இருக்கணும். எல்லார் மாதிரியும் we need to make
Mm.
cinema of everyone who's
not,
around us in the community. But don't hype it up and don't give the wrong message. This is how it should be.
Yeah, but
yeah.
then chefs, don't you think without blaming the directors, over time we learn it when the generations change. Just like we learn stalking is wrong now. It was
Yeah.
admired when it was in our when we were kids, stalking
ஆமா.
was a normal thing, right? Stalking a girl was so normal, they put a love BGM behind it. Now they start putting creepy BGM behind the stalker. Same way, few years later, Arjun Reddy, Animal,
Yeah.
people will
I'm
be like,
hoping.
this is wrong. This is like generation. You can't stop a
No,
director
we're not
That's
from
the
stopping
making
thing
a
him.
of
stupid film.
cinema.
A
Sandeep
director is
Reddy is
gonna make a
still
stupid
making
film.
movies,
It's a
so no
stupid
one
film.
is stopping him. We're just trying to educate and trying to tell him that change it. No one is saying don't make
Yeah, but I don't get the outrage. You know what y'all are doing? You know what y'all are doing? Y'all are giving him more hype. Y'all are literally giving this guy's shit movies more hype. Like, oh shit, he has done this. He called some girl. What do you call that? Pelvis, right? You have a very nice pelvis or some shit. There is only one and the girl of Rashmika part.
Because she has a
Right,
bigger
right.
movies or
pelvis, so she
something like
can
that.
give
I'll
birth
giving,
well
yeah, you
and
can
have
give
babies.
birth well. Okay, அவன் லூசுத்தனமா ஒரு லைனை போட்டான்டா. ஏன்னா நீங்க ட்ரிகர் ஆறீங்க. இப்ப புடிகான உன்கிட்ட வந்து chefs நீ உன்னை தப்பா சொல்லிட்டு போனான்னா you will ignore and go no
You know
because he's a
what?
fucking drunkard,
That
right?
is the
Who gives
wrong
a
thing.
fuck,
We've been
right?
ignoring it for so many years. For the past 28 years of my life, I've been ignoring it. Now I'm not going to do
You,
it. I'm
you
going to
know
call
what?
it out when it's
Yeah, but you do
bullshit.
that.
Call it out. That's the
You
difference. If
you you call out the bullshit. You call out the bullshit. You give the guy 1,000 crore a movie. You basically what he does is பார்க்க கூடாதவன் கூட போய் பார்ப்பான் அந்த படத்தை.
that's what I'm saying. I
என்னத்தை
can't
தான் அப்படி
stop
செய்து
1,000 people
வச்சிருக்கான்னு
from watching it.
பார்ப்பான். Right? You are giving attention to a movie. He makes another movie. இப்ப இந்த அனிமல் படம் நீங்க பொட்டிட்டு
Wait,
உட்காந்துருந்தாலே
but
ஒரு
Sayu,
கொஞ்சம்
I
காசு
didn't
தான்
watch
ஓடி
the
இருக்கும்.
movie. So what
அவன்
is your
இப்படி
point? I
பண்றான்,
didn't
அவன்
watch the
அப்படி
movie, so I
பண்றான்.
didn't give him any money. Did I tweet about it? No.
Yeah, but I'm
No,
saying,
you talking about it
yeah,
made
but
others
y'all,
so.
when you talk about it, y'all are giving interest for the people to watch what the shit he done, right?
Wait. What's worse
Because
is
it's just
not even watched
there is a
one
movie
half
called,
of
okay,
the
I'll tell you an
movies of this.
example. There's a guy called Muttaya who makes cast-based movies or whatever, right? Like, apparently he makes. When the
Oh,
more people cried about
Never
that
watched
thing, more times people go and visit that bugger movie, Komban, Viruman, and all the stupid movies, right? When you don't actually speak about his movies, people actually don't really give a shit. They made a movie with
Okay.
Arya called Kadal Basha.
Sayu,
உனக்கு
I have a
தெரியும்
question. I have a
எனக்கும்
question for
தெரியாது.
you. Are you saying இப்ப
Yeah.
நானும் மிகாவும் ஸ்வாதி இதை பத்தி பேசாம இருந்தா ரன்பீர் கபூர் படத்தை எவனும் பார்க்காம இருந்திருக்க மாட்டானுங்களா?
I'm saying majority of people. I'm talking
No,
about
no,
the
I get
majority. When
it.
I say you, நான் அனிமலை பத்தி பேசவே இல்லை இது வரைக்கும் படமே பார்க்கல. I don't give a
Sayu,
shit.
but more than that, why can't you like when someone watches this movie and then like why can't you tell your friend when they say something fucked up? Why can't you encourage your friend like, dude, that's wrong?
I am
Or
saying is I
well,
don't give
right.
mind to stupid movies.
Hey,
When I see animal and I see a
Okay,
dialogue
Even
like
that
that,
should
it's
be
stupid.
normalized more than
I have
you
I have
telling.
I have ஒரே ஒரு கொஸ்டின் sorry to interrupt, okay, பட் ஒரே ஒரு கொஸ்டின். இப்போ விஜய் நான் வந்து லியோல வந்து நல்லா தம் அடிச்சுட்டு அப்படியே இருப்பாரு, அப்புறம் இந்த கோட்ல கூட குடிச்சுக்கிட்டு ஆடுறாரு. isn't that encouraging people? and அது பாட்டு வேற, நல்லா எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம் பாட்டு குடிச்சிட்டு
You
ஆடுறது
know,
எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம் பாட்டு வேற.
it
So
is
isn't that
100%
encouraging
encouraging,
people?
but also if you haven't
அப்ப
noticed that
விஜய்
something.
அப்ப விஜய் எங்க சந்தீபை மட்டும் நீங்க
There
திட்டுறீங்க,
is
விஜய்
when you
நாவை
drink,
கொஞ்சம்
when you
திட்டுங்க.
show someone, anyone, not a hero, anyone drinking or smoking, there is a warning that comes saying you shouldn't drink. No, drinking is injurious to health. This thing. So when a man is hitting a
Okay.
female, why can't you put
So
domestic
so
violence is an offense? Why can't you put that?
okay.
I watched a movie recently. I can't remember what was it.
No, but they do put a disclaimer in the start of the movie saying that the violence and
No,
this thing
no animals
not
were harmed.
intended and this and that and
Dude,
this and that.
குடிக்கிற நேரம் இந்த warning.
இல்ல அது மட்டும் இல்லமா, அது மட்டும் இல்ல.
No women were harmed in this
No,
film.
if you can put drinking is
Women
injurious to
were
health,
harmed in
now why
making of
can't
the.
you put domestic violence is a criminal offense? That's what you.
I agree with that. I agree with that point.
Yeah, we can put
I
a
totally
disclaimer.
agree with that point. Put it as a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Okay. But then are you okay with heroic BGM coming when he's
No,
beating the shit out of the
don't
girl?
hype it up.
No, you're not okay with it.
Yeah, but
Okay.
same should they
Why?
should stop the.
Why do you not look at it as a psychotic
No, so
character doing that? There used to be a guy called Upendra. Upendra no Tenanda Kannadala. He's
Yeah.
acting coolly. So half a lot of his films apparently has him beating up the women. Okay, he literally beats them up. I'll send you the video. Okay, so and in those movies apparently he plays a fucking psycho guy. So it sticks to the character. No, basically a filmmaker can make anything
I want
shapes.
to pause you
It's
there.
stupid
Okay, have
means
you
it's
watched
stupid.
தாரதப்பட்ட? அதுல கூட
Yes,
வரலட்சுமி அப்படியே போட்டு
I
அடிப்பான்.
belong
I
to
don't have
yes.
a problem with that
Varalakshmi.
because have they elevated that guy's character? No. The guy she gets married to. That is my point. You can show men beating women up because it happens in society. We live in a society where it happens more often than we realize. Okay. It's about how you portray it is my end point. It's about how you portray it. Because not everyone is episode. I don't want to sound rude and like classist in any way, but not everyone.
Not everyone is smart enough
That's
to
what I'm
understand
saying. It's
that.
not mature enough or
Mature.
smart enough to basically identify with. If you're not putting anything in the background to think, oh, this is right, this is wrong. No one is like. I don't think a lot of majority of them are mature enough to do it.
But can I ask you all this? Do you really think that tiny disclaimer of saying smoking is injurious, smoking liquor drinking, yeah, does it make a real difference? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah,
No,
so
அதை
the
பார்த்துக்கிட்டே தம் அடிக்கிறவன் தான் நிறைய பேர் இருக்கான். மது அருந்துதல்
ஒரு படத்துல விவேக் வந்து அவரே வந்து வைப்பாரு
Oh,
எப்படி
yeah,
கீழே
he
போடத்தான்
holds the
போறானுங்க நானே
Vairajave.
போட்டுக்கிறேன்னு he makes a joke out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but see, this
Yeah.
is an endless thing. But I agree with you, Chef. I just wanted to play the devil's advocate, and
Like, he's
I
ripping
agree.
his
I
head now.
agree that more because no,
Right.
I don't like Animal. I don't like Arjun Reddy. I didn't watch those films also.
But it's a
But
filmmaker's
what
film.
I'm trying to say is, let's not make a big deal about those shit films because they're shit films, right? We can't be talking over for a society of dumb buggers who believe that shit, because we need to maintain our high class thoughts on encouraging actual movies. Praise the good ones. Let's praise the fucking good ones that show the right thing. Like a movie showing a woman being treated in a right way is the perfect way for us to give. Negativity always sells in this day, right? Every time we put a negativity thingy, it sells. The way Animal was hyped up, like I'm genuinely saying this because Arjun Reddy, I don't know why it was hyped up. Okay, he's literally a guy who has a love failure, going through it, doing stupid shit. He was so hyped up because he was doing stupid shit, right? And people were like, like uppity. But it was a shit film. Like I didn't like it and I don't rate it. But we should stop giving attention to stupid filmmakers and their stupid products, is what I'm saying. If they make it and if it runs well, fair enough, right? Let them fucking run it. Like, let's stop giving attention to that and appreciate movies like Taramani by Ram. How I don't know how many people
Yeah.
appreciated Ram
But
for that even. Only there's a niche. We should have celebrated that. We should have spoke about it. Um, Again, that also falls under women characters represented well, right? uh what are the other movies like
there is this
that speaks
movie
about
called Ammu. I
Lover?
don't know if
Yeah,
you
Mika
Oh yeah.
mentioned Lover
In
to me
in Lava
earlier.
is a
I don't know
really
which
good
it
example.
was my
Lava is a
call.
really good
Love today.
example of like a
Lover,
very
Lover.
toxic trait being portrayed in a really good
Never
way.
done.
Where at the end you're go Mika, you wanna say? Yeah,
We
yeah.
have a good feel good movie. No, no, I'm just saying Love Today should have been like a lover movie, right? Because Love Today supposed to end like how Lover should have, I mean exactly how Lover ended, right?
Yeah, but Love Today
In
is a
a one
funny entertainer. It's
in a
just gonna
funny
end with a feel good.
entertainment, it was a funny entertainment. I enjoyed it, okay? Honestly, I enjoyed because they show both sides of fucked up things. But it's just that towards
He
the
made him the
end,
savior.
they I mean did show both the sides, but then exactly they made him like and then our way like
Yeah, but it wasn't a
நான்
movie
தப்பு
for you
பண்ண
to think
மாதிரி
about, no, Mika. It was a movie for you to think about in two sides. It was a
the
movie.
thing இல்ல
It was a
எனக்கு
fun,
தெரியும்
stupid
Guys,
movie with funny
the,
jokes.
the thing is the difference is that when I watched it, right, I was like, oh my god, but the sad thing is those kind of things actually happens in a lot of people's relationship. But I
It's
was
so
just
funny.
thinking,
It's so
we
funny how when
we
Chefs
are love.
went down, I saw Vijayana standing in the middle, like with the yellow color dress, and all the girls are wearing the same thing. And it says Singapenne, but the highlighted thing that was in the picture is Vijayana. Wow.
See, exactly why I
That
chose
is
this picture
so,
to show what is
I don't
wrong with
know.
Tamil cinema at the moment.
That is so
Yeah, the
fucking
irony.
crazy. Why does he have the different clothes just there? And the song is called Singapenne.
The
Was that a cover
irony, illa
picture
illa.
for the
It was
song?
not. It was the cover picture is of him in the middle with everyone in the football outfit, V-shaped reminding all the girls.
Okay, fair enough. But
Shah,
yeah.
you can ask you something. Now, do you agree that every cinema displays a message of some kind or the other? You said before it's just pure entertainment, just watch it and forget about it. But now, do you agree that
I
every
genuinely
cinema has a
believe,
message?
I genuinely, yeah, sorry, go
Yeah,
on.
but it's only you. But it's only you. But majority of the people seem to take something or the other away from it. It's just that I told you before. You like
That's
Koda,
that's
you like
Like
that's
this
what
one.
one.
you get the good parts. I don't understand. But if I'm learning, okay, there's
Okay,
something I
Shah,
learned from cinema.
it's not about what you think. It's about what people think. People
I don't have to
think.
give a shit about people. I'm not a people savior protester. I don't want to think for the people. I want to think for myself.
I didn't,
I want to look at
no,
my
I
home.
know,
Like
but
I same thing what I told Swati. உன் வீட்ல முதல் பாரு அதுக்கப்புறம் சொசைட்டியை பார்க்கலாம், right? I'm looking at
no,
myself.
but
If what am I taking from
Damage
a
பண்ணிக்கிட்டு
movie,
இருக்கீங்க.
you're
right?
straying away from the topic. The
I'm taking
topic
what I'm
is
taking from a movie.
no, the topic is people take more than just entertainment from a movie. It is what you disagreed with earlier, and now we have a whole discussion about the fact that
But
how it's so
I'm not
important.
gonna tell the director. I'm not gonna tell a director who's making a fictional movie to go like, bro, think about the message you're sending out.
Yeah, but
In the time like
yeah,
in the audience
you are
இப்படி
not.
பார்ப்பாங்க.
But
In
you
the
are
time
not.
இந்த
But
நீங்க
you are not.
நல்லதே
But look
preach பண்ணணும், நல்லதே சொல்லணும்.
at you are not. But look at the fact that everyone else here, even I at this point, bro,
Then
I didn't know.
then we'll all agree and go back to MGR movies. That's the only way, no? ஒரு
That's how
நல்லவர் இருப்பாரு, அவர் எல்லாம் நல்லது தான் செய்வாரு. There's no gray. Every one of us has gray in us, Yogi. It's about what level we have, right?
அதேதான் நான் சொல்றேன். So then like it's not going to be practical what these girls are saying of how these movies should be made. Because if you're saying it's going to be a message, then it's a
No,
it's
but
a
then what Shivangi is saying is don't glorify it, is no what she's saying. Don't glorify the growth that you're doing.
Yeah, but then if it's pure entertainment, why can't you just take it? Glorified or not, if it's pure entertainment, it's not a message, why can't you just take it? Because it's more
No,
than
but
just
what
entertainment.
Shivangi is trying to say is don't glorify it. Okay, you're beating up a woman. Don't put a bam. Huh?
I know, right? I know. But what I'm trying to say is, you don't need to glorify. Like, then if you're saying why you glorifying it, that itself implies that you're taking something home from it, like a message from home from it, right? The fact that you're concerned about the fact that it's glorified, it means you're itself saying that, oh, I take something from this movie home, right? If you look at it pure entertainment, you won't give a shit about if it's glorified or not. அடே என்னடா இவன் அடிக்கிறான், அடே இப்படி என்னடா, சும்மா it's just fun and you come back home. If it's just pure entertainment, you get what I mean?
Okay. So isn't that a question for Shivangi now? Isn't she
No,
supposed to
I'm saying
answer
it's a
it?
question. It's a thing for you. This, like, it's not about Shivangi. It's everyone else seems to agree that there's some kind of a message or the others people take home from any movie.
Okay.
So,
They get
but
So
inspired.
yeah, inspired in some way or the other. It's what I've been trying to say to you all from a
so
long time.
then we should all go back to MGR level movies is what I'm saying. என்ன எல்லாரும் ஹீரோ நல்லது தான் பண்ணுவாரு, நல்லது தான் செய்வாரு. அது அந்த படத்துக்கு தான் we should go back.
No, cinema is
இல்லையா?
just a propaganda spreading medium. So spread as much good propaganda as you can is their point.
Whilst telling the negative, like the grey man, while talking about
Yeah.
the grey shade man, yeah, spread positive propaganda. I don't know if you'll discuss this. Your favorite Tamil movie character, female character.
Okay. Could you like?
Shall
Okay,
I go first
y'all
while
go.
you're
I'll
thinking?
think. Y'all go. I'll think.
Yeah, shall I? Mika, do you have one or shall I go first?
இல்ல நானே யோசிச்சிருக்கேன். நீ
Okay,
go.
I have quite a few. One is Simran's character in Kanathil Muttamital. I think it was a beautifully written, really strong character. It showed a lot of emotions, vulnerability, but also like the strength of a mother. I think was portrayed so beautifully, and she was not her biological mother. In the same movie, I think Nandita Das's character also. It is fantastically written. I know she has a very small screen space, but you come out of the movie remembering all four main characters. Amuda, Simran's character, Madhavan, and Nandita Das's character. That's one thing. Another character, which I don't know, a lot of people might not agree with me, is the Nitya character from Needan in Ponmasandam, which is Samantha's character. It's a character which is really messed up, right? It's a character that is oh no, Sai. Illa, the character is so messed up, right? But that is how in no part of the movie do they show that what she's doing is right or what Jiva is doing is right. But they do address issues with both. I have problems with the movie as in like the way it was made or whatever, but that's secondary. But I think it's a very strong character where the character arc of her character is quite good. At the end of the day, she does fight for the love that she wants. I don't know. Personally, I really like that character, Nitya.
நீதானே பொன் வசந்தம். எங்க குடும்பம் எவ்வளவு இஷ்யூ, நீ அந்த படத்துல இஷ்யூவை சொன்ன. எங்க குடும்பம் நிறைய இஷ்யூஸோட அந்த படம் பார்க்க போனோம். எல்லாம் நிம்மதியா தூங்கினோம்டா. குடும்பமா தூங்கின ஒரு படம்னா அதுதான். நல்ல படம். ஜிவிஎம் after a long time as a family we slept together. This is everyone waking up at different points. என்ன நடக்குது? என்ன திருப்பி சண்டே? திருப்பி wake up. Right.
That I love Needan.
Right. Moving on to some serious characters, chefs. Next one. No, chefs, give me like one of the most inspiring character from a movie. What about that L.A. Isik from Timur?
Priya Reddy. Yeah.
Shreya Reddy.
Is that an inspiring character or is it a
I
very
think-
strongly
I-
written character?
Very inspiring character. I want a girl who's
was-
crazy about me like that. L.A.
I
Isik.
For
No,
me,
jokes, but
me,
it's a
I
very
think
active.
for me, in recent times, in Surare Portray, Bommi's character, she's like, as long as like Surya and Nana, our dream la ponalo, she had her own life going
Absolutely.
on her side. She had her own bakery. She made sure that was still going, even whatever the plans that he had. she கேப்பாதானே என் கேக்க அதுல விக்கலாமான்னு, like, you know, she was very motivated, right? She did her own thing. I, I think that's pretty
No,
inspiring.
and I agree. Yeah.
We need more women for women.
We need more women characters in
Sillu Karupatti.
Bible.
Sillu
I was just
Karupatti,
gonna come to
Sunena's episode for me.
Sunaina's episode.
Sunena.
Sunena's, I thought it showed something uh, very, and also Peranbu, uh, the
Seen that.
transgender character. I know it's not women, but genuinely, I mean, I see them as women. I know society still doesn't. I see them, trans women, as in, like, not, there's a complications, but the way the character was shown and the emotions that was given, and a mainstream actor being able to, like, be partner, kudos to Mammootty as well, and to the director, so as well as the woman who portrayed it,
I
the
mean, Peranbu.
Peranbu.
I think you said Peranme, right?
No,
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 she
no,
is
Peranbu,
Pera.
Peranbu,
Ah, okay,
Peranbu.
I heard. Okay.
Peranbu,
Ah,
like the
yes,
trans
yes,
woman,
yes.
she, yeah. So that I
It
thought
was a
was
good movie.
really, really, how do I say? I don't think I didn't ever imagine it would come in a Tamil movie with a actor like Mammootty, you know, doing that, as well as, not like, I'm not gonna praise the hero here, but I'm just saying, like, it's pretty inspiring that they put it in a big movie. So yeah. And other characters is obviously Neelambari stands out for me.
Yeah,
Uh,
100%.
that's one of the characters which has given equal tough to Rajani, and in terms of certain
Strong character, yeah, but not inspiring.
strong writing,
One,
inspiring.
I,
Yeah.
Inspiring, yeah.
one more character is Revati's character in Maunaragam.
Oh yeah,
Given the time period that it came in to,
yeah.
like, it was a period where, I mean, this is what my parents have told me, it was a period where divorce was completely not an option for women from Tamil households. And that movie, like, even the dialogues in it, the way she portrayed it, I think was just fantastic written on.
Chef, there's actually a Maniratnam said what you said earlier about how the director showed it, right? So Maniratnam himself felt that he failed in Maunaragam in bits, because
People
apparently he
thought,
went to
or
some
you're
village.
not.
Yeah, நாலு தட்டு தட்டி இருந்தா வலிக்கு வந்ததுப்பான்னு சொன்னாங்களா. மோகன் வந்து நாலு தட்டு ரேவதியை தட்டி இருந்தா அவ வலிக்கு வந்ததுப்பா. So that's their mentality, and he felt he didn't show that part where, like, you can't hit a woman to,
Well,
like,
yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
which I
to bring
completely
her
agree.
to, he felt that he should have shown it. So yeah, Chef, I agree with you. Thanks for educating us and give us the final monologue.
You're welcome. So we're in 2024. I don't know. My personal opinion is where female characters in Editha Pata, yes, we do have solo films of big actors like Nantara, Sai Pallavi, Samantha, Trisha, and all of them doing it. They're carrying it, but is it bringing the same amount of revenue that the big actors are bringing? Not really. That's the sad truth, right? Have we progressed in terms of, like, the characters that we've written? My personal opinion is that we haven't, given that we just spoke about Revati's character. Andamari, a strong character now. In this decade, I don't think I've seen, or even the previous one, actually. I haven't seen. Not even go back to 70s, 80s. 2000s, one the really good, strong female characters. Let's take Sneha from Unneni Nithu. I think that was a really well written character. I mean, I love that film. That's a secondary thing. No, but because it was like, it was a strong character. You have a
Neha
hero
from
line.
ஒண்ணு நேத்து ஏதாவது
Sil,
வீட்லயே
sil,
எது
sil,
அன்பன்
silalai.
செல்லலாய்.
No, but what I was trying to say was, like, the character was as big as Surya's, is what I was trying to say. With, even though there were so many other, there was an ensemble cast, the character was still, when I say
Yeah, I'll
strong,
join from my phone. Hold on.
இல்ல நாங்க முடிக்கிறோம் இப்ப. You just
Hey,
ate.
முடிக்க போறேன் 2 minutes இரு. And
Okay,
even
okay.
GVM, right? I think his heroines have a really good characters, right? Like, they propose to the guy, right? Like, they break those stereotypes. They do all those things, right? It's not like the other way around all the time.
So I think the last closing line I want to say is I grew up wanting to be a GVM heroine if I ever became an actress, but we're at a stage where I would rather be a Par Anchit heroine.
No, but for me, as a closing line, is I just want more technicians represented. There should be more directors. There should be more female directors. There should be more female music directors, editors. Everything should have more females representing in the field. Is my
அதுக்கு
genuine thought
we
and
need to
wish.
put more. I would love that side, but Aditya, we need to put more like protocols, safety protocols, everything in place because it's a male-dominated industry across all sectors.
That's true.
There's a lot that everyone has to do in that to keep it a
That
safe
all
workplace for
actors should
women.
take in. Yeah.
Yeah, and whoever has the bigger voice and the louder voice needs to speak up, regardless of who your friend is and who isn't.
Yes,
And
கொஞ்சம்
that
இப்படி
follows in
பண்ணுங்க.
the podcast as well.
Yeah.
Whoever with the loudest voice has to speak. Don't blame the man in the fucking podcast.
Come on, here we go.